Diego's the immortal VP.
Naku, lakad mo matatag.
Normally.
Bet against DK and hitting the chrono from the cliff.
Yeah.
Exactly. They will be, however, be playing the.
Who do they pick mid? Oh, it's DK.
Super excited about the DK picks, always.
Sammy Boy just right up on B-God, and with the Spirit Siphon, he's standing his ground and he'll get first blood. B-God trying to stand there with the Illuminate, and Sammy Boy even giving over the tip. Defending the tier 1 tower, Elder Dragon form should be running out in just a moment here on S. He's got about a fourth of the duration. Meanwhile, Alex in trouble. They go after the Hoodwink. They land the Bushwhack before he dies. But it doesn't look like S can really do much early on. But that's a couple of Bushwhacks that have been a little bit off the mark. That may have led to a kill or two that might give an opening to the cut. They've got the stun out on the Yamsun, but with Sammy Boy here and the body blocks with the Spirit Siphon, looking likely that they can grab a kill. It's actually a 2-man chrono. The time walk afterwards because he got hit with that
Side of the cut that even wants to like venture in that area. And meanwhile, they're also losing mid tower, so they got to do something here. There's got to be some sort of reaction.
They're going over. They've got the Dragon Tail as well as the Chakram down onto B-God. They'll get the kill while Yamsun kills off Overwhelm. Llama taking some damage, down a little bit low, down to about 33% health, and they will finish him off. Kits gets at least one. Illuminate coming forward, just missing Sammy Boy. Probably put him in a position where he would have been quite low to make that said jump. They've got the stun on Ade. B-God moving forward, and the Illuminate hits once again. They've got the double edge. They'll go in with the Stampede. They're trying to get this kill, but it's just so tanky, and they've got the chrono down, and it only hits B-God on the back line. Sammy Boy goes down. They've got the Chain Frost going around. Sharpshooter comes out, breaking this Lich, and they're gonna look over at Kids as they finally lose Overwhelm to Ask. Ball lightning away, not a lot of mana to work with, and here comes Llama to finish off this.
If you chrono somebody and then just die while you're in the Mask of Madness, as he might be getting caught by this initial blink reveal.
Oh, chrono out, and now it's going to catch 3. They're going to make the rotation over. They've got Esk in. This is a great chronosphere for them, especially with the follow-up of Esk. Avoided the initial, as Buyback has a tier 1 tower over mid if need be. And now the silence comes out from Sammy Boy. It's out onto the Storm. They do get the buyback coming out from this Hoodwing. It's not dealing with a lot of mana, but Overwhelm trying to get the lockdown here to get something. BKB, time dilation, chrono on a 3, one of which is the Timber Saw. They'll get the kill on a B-God. They'll look over at Overwhelm, get themselves a second, and here comes Terrorblade as well as Ade to try and clean up the rest. They lose Ade. They've lost 3. They'll go for the TB. They're right on him with the blink as well as the Dragon Tail. It's a 4th down for the cut.
Kit's like, when you don't know what item you're buying next, it just never feels good.
I'm trying to get Sammy Boy, but now the Lotus Sword, they do end up getting the kill. It's the help of B-God, and there's the control on Llama for the moment. But this team's starting to turn around and retreat. The BKB is going to be popped by this TB, as now the ball lightning back in looking for Yamsun. Gets the Vortex as he comes across with a ball lightning and will take out the Aegis. That's going in, gets the Dragon Tail, has Llama right there with him. Here's Ade. They've got the Chain Frost going around, but it's not going to be enough. The Chrono lands on 2 of these heroes. They'll go after Ade now. Ball lightning from Kits, but without the rest of his team, he is in dire straits and in a lot of need for some help. And so ball lightning right by the tier 3 tower, but doesn't have a lot of mana to work with. Overwhelm trying to get onto the high ground with Llama right behind him and B-God. They buy back on the Centaur. They'll look to maybe control this Timber Saw. Acorn Shot bouncing around. They don't have enough control just yet. Overwhelm getting low. He goes and Timber Chains to the tree inside the base. S back in with the blink as well as the Dragon Tail. They get the kill on the Kids. They'll look over at Ade. They'll buy back on Kids to ball lightning all the way back in. They desperately want the Timber. They're just not finding him. They finally get the control on S. They should be able to get the kill onto the DK, but maybe not before Overwhelm goes down. They finish off S, but it costs them dearly to even just get that.
Yeah, every ailment has a future, but they're
Chrono again. Solo onto the TB. They have the Sharpshooter to follow it up, and again, it's just TB feeling like it's impossible to survive there inside the Chronosphere, doing a lot of damage on the Overwhelm.
They have the DD spawn top, specifically, rather than bottom. It's just coded into the game that it makes it much easier to do Roche.
Yamsun going in for Overwhelm, pops the BKB, time walk over, Chrono solo onto the Terrorblade. They've got B-God coming in, but there's nothing he can do. All they got to do, it starts with a pick. If they can find one hero here on the side of Wildcard a little bit too far from everybody else, so it's certainly an opportunity to get things done. As I say that, on the back end of this, they look over at Overwhelm, and it's, well, the side of Wildcard that end up getting that pick off.
Is usually demoted to gang tank extraordinaire.
Should be a title if possible. Meanwhile, up again towards top, they've got the exorcism going, but Kits gets the kill on Alex. He's really just been taking advantage of killing off Timbersaw. They're going to show up from behind. Early BKB coming out from the TV. Now they're going to go the other way out onto this Centaur. They land the Chronosphere through onto 2. They'll take out Overwhelm. They get B-God. Now they'll look over at Scourge McDuck, who's trying to fight basically 3v1. Gets the help from Ade with the buyback coming up from B-God as well. They've got the Sunder. They've got this Faceless Void low, but again, he's got that Aegis. He'll time walk forward, going after Scourge McDuck. Finally, Yamsun goes down, but the Timber Chain and as well as that Chakram just allows Daibai Lama to keep up and get these kills on the side of the cut. And they'll take out these two.
Yeah, like he tipped him on Yamsun because he saw that he popped the BKB so early, but that's like the factor of this Timbersaw Sheepstick. Is like, if you don't use it right away, you might just never use it at all.
And Ade again trying to go after the Faceless Boy. The BKB was popped by Sammy Boy. Sammy Boy just getting bullied right now by Kits, but they get the kill on Ade as well as Overwhelm. They're going to throw down the Chrono. Don't touch my support. And the sharpshooter from Alex finishes off Kits, and the full team is dead, in which they'll call GG.
Save versus Chrono, and I think there's less damage to throw in the Chrono this time around because CK cannot do damage in the Chrono.
I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Is my mic muted? I check everything, and let's see. First fight coming out. Burrow Strike landing, asking some trouble. The stun follow.
Get dewarded.
Disruption again. Kits is here. They're going to look to get themselves a second kill. They land the stun, but Overwhelm getting a little bit low. Needs to survive. Pops the Fairy Fire. Alex focusing his attention out on Overwhelm, who got that first blood. They get the kill, the 2-second stun. Now onto B-God. Yeah, exactly. I have 0 net worth at this point. They've all been invested into salves, and the dividends aren't coming in. Stun out onto the Medusa. Now without mana, they've got the telekinesis to follow it up. Scourge McDuck in some trouble, and the Fade Bolt finish from Alamson. I was impressed with Sammy Boy last game on the Death Prophet. This time I'm feeling like a little bit of a different hero, different objective with something like the Pugna.
I've noticed that whenever carry players transition to 5, they're generally really good in the lane. You just know exactly what your carry wants from you. As right when I say that, oh, perfect time to die, Sammy Boy, perfect.
So we're giving the praise, but he couldn't.
If Tiny gets like a couple early kills with that blink on the Leshrac and the Medusa, I imagine that this game could just run away in favor of Wildcard. So they definitely have to look to maybe connect the 2 cores on the side of the cut. I think most notably the Lesh and the Sand King. You got stun into stun, the tower taking of the Lesh. Just combine your resources somewhere to kind of alleviate this early lane pressure.
Kits, and he was in some trouble, but a good bushwhack coming in. However, Alex coming around the bend and getting the Fade Bolt finish on Kits again. So Alex is on a killing spree. Scourge McDuck again getting pressured. Daibai Lama's here, pops the ult, and then goes after this Medusa. They've got the help from Overwhelm, but Alex is here. A little bit sloppy back and forth, and Ade going in onto an illusion. But they're ready to continue forward. They get the stun. They've got the Reality Rift. The Bushwhack is there. It does lock him down, but here comes another Chrono from Yamsun. The life drain out. Ade.
That's just a really good feeling whenever you're a hero as squishy as Pugna.
Epicenter, Burrow Strike, landing on a 2. Can they follow this up to get some of these kills? The Bushwhack comes in. The life drain saved from Sammy Boy. The Reality Rift on the Scourge McDuck.
There's no Leshrac.
Kill on Ade. Daibai Lama surviving it all. Armlet toggling his way to potentially a kill here on a Scourge McDuck, and it will come through for Daibai Lama, who finally falls, but it will cost them dearly. It will cost them 3, and Wildcard just well, they get to play the wild +4 on them. That's the card. Self over mid. Esk right behind him does have that blink, so Avalanche Toss comes in. Buddy System trying to keep Kits safe. They've got themselves a good bushwhack on the 2 that stopped the point in his tracks. They get the kill on a Yamsun with that. Big kill for the cut. They've not parlayed it into much more just yet, but instead they'll actually lose B-God to Alex with a level 4 Fade Bolt doing the damage. Double damage is on the ground. Blink Burrow Strike a little bit delayed. S gets out of the way of that one. They've got the toss into the air, into the sandstorm, looking for the epicenter. They've got the dust. The Burrow Strike lands from Alex. They'll get the kill on Ade after the epicenter goes off. Sharpshooter doesn't land. The stun does hit from Kits, but it's a two-man chrono coming in from Yamsun. Scourge McDuck trying to do something here with the Stone Gaze, but they have the damage to get the kill into Overwhelm. They land the Bushwhack on Yamsun as well as Ask. They follow it up with the stun coming out from Kits, but Kits is gone. B-God falls. Scourge McDuck all by himself. Should be a full team wipe, and they don't lose a soul here on the side of Wildcard.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Llama coming over and spots this Medusa. 3-second stun. Throw strike from Alex lands on the edge. Yamsun is here. He's got a chrono, so it does feel like this Medusa is dead to rights, whether or not they found some space, but ultimately holds the chrono, doesn't need to use it, and they get the kill, and they'll go with a smoke right afterwards, looking to continue on the pressure. Overwhelm. Blink spotted. Avalanche toss. Easy does it. Put him up, put him down.
So you wait till that hero respawns, use the tail end of the Aegis. But you're in absolutely no rush. Even though you're against Medusa, this guy isn't really farming.
Hits, doing some damage while he's in the chrono and trying to beat out Yamsun, but the right clicks come in. He's got the Bloodstone. There's the Avalanche. BKB is popped, and Alex will kill off Kits. And he does use that Aegis, but that was about farm these camps the way he is.
Yeah, he's keeping up that #1 net worth. He's been that way for the last like 10 minutes.
Oh, looking for the epicenter, but here comes Ask. Avalanche as well as the toss. Sammy Boy, Life Drain gets the kill, but Overwhelm has the damage, has the help. Demonic Purge getting the kill out onto this Pugna, but B-God caught by Llama. And you've got 2 heroes dead now on the side of the cut with the team right there next to your tier 3 mid. BKB's like you said, but sustain a fight long enough on the cut to even have the opportunity. Time walk in, looking for the epicenter. They're gonna go on Sammy Boy. He's broken, Bushwhack used, but now you've used a bit. You've put yourself in an awkward position if you're the side of the cut, and they're gonna go after the rest of this team. They'll use that chrono. They lock it down. They get the kill on Kits as well as Overwhelm, and they have looked for B-God. They're right up on him with a 3-second stun. The Reality Rift is there to get 4 kills. And all this is happening as Scourge McDuck goes to the Stone Gaze, trying to run away from this one, but they've got Ask, they've got Alex. They should have the lockdown. And eventually, you'd say that they should have this full team wipe as the 3-second stun comes out. The Reality Rift is there, and it's a triple kill into a GG call from